It's that time of the year. Happy holiday. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you very much.
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the 5. And for Phoenix, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point. Now here's Gobert. Outside, Bogdanovich. Off target with his 3. And it's Phoenix's ball. Pass to Bridges. Back to Ayton. Count it. Good. Greg, obviously, we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over their rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you now have gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Well, he passes to the wide-open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry. Well, DeAndre Ayton is a walking double-double. This guy has a huge physical advantage on the nights that he's playing other bigs, whether that's by his size or his ability to run the floor. And if he comes out with an aggressive mentality, he could really punish some teams throughout the course of the regular season. Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
And that's going to be a treble. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And some think that Ayton has a chance to be in a class with some of the great big men we've seen, be it Ewing or Robinson, Hakeem. I mean, those are very lofty standards. Brent, how does he get there?
It's a great question. I think when you talk about it, Kevin, you got to look at the defensive end. And those names that you just mentioned on a nightly basis were a force behind anybody on the perimeter. When they came into that house, it was defended. If Ayton gets there, he's got a big opportunity. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Bridges with the board. And now the Suns, a fast break. Here's Crowder. Lays it up off the glass.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
To the left side wing. There's the 3. And it's Mitchell missing. Suns have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Bridges kicks to Ayton. Here's Booker. Got a piece of it. Here's Mitchell. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
One of the more powerful young guards in our game. Mitchell loves to attack the heart of the defense.
Booker the pass to Bridges. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Phoenix making some changes. Johnson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Chris Paul. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. Clarkson comes in for Mitchell. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Here's Booker. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Devin Booker will score by any means necessary, and that time over decent defense, getting the contact.
There's the pass to Gobert. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Shot clock at 6. Another miss by Utah. Suns leading by 3. Payne passes to Booker. Now Crowder. 1:14 left in the first quarter. Can't hit from 12.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Conley dishes to Gobert. Conley the pass to Gobert. Here's Ingles. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Another miss by Utah. Here's Booker. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
Here's Clarkson. Here's Conley. No good. And Phoenix will come the other way. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And if you look at the box score from that game, guys, the first thing you'll notice is how many turnovers they forced.
Well, all those turnovers made it a scrappy game, which suits them. They caused a lot of chaos with their defense, which played right into their hands.
Back to Ingles. Pass to Clarkson. Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Inside, Gobert. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
And that does it for the first quarter. Suns lead by 5. And back in a moment. And if you're wondering whether players watch the standings, check out this clip from...
One thing we have to do is stop comparing ourselves.
You know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Favors. Conley out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Joe Ingles. And it's Niang in at the 4. O'Neal's checked in for Utah. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Michael Conley. Pass to Niang. Left side Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. A reverse. Niang, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Jones, the pass to Galloway. The 3 from Johnson. Hits it from three-point range. Johnson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Suns.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Pass to Carter. Lets it go with the 3. The offensive rebound. And that one's good, Ayton.
Guys, he can't miss. I swear, he was trying to miss that. He did not miss. That means he can't miss.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Kevin, thanks. For the Utah Jazz last season, there was a lot of fallout from the COVID crisis. But Rudy Gobert was able to patch up things with his teammates and specifically guard Donovan Mitchell after Gobert realized his mistake. For a team with so much maturity and potential to win, it was good to see them finally be able to turn the page. Guys?
Good to see things back on track. Thanks, David. And Jones sends it back. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Ayton finds Jones. And the rejection by Favors. Mitchell in the corner. Now the pass to Favors. Ingles in the corner. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Crowder is checked in for Jones. Bridges comes in for Johnson. Cameron Payne's checked in for Langston Galloway. And Paul's subbed in for Carter.
Well, you bump me, and I'm going to bump you back as Ayton not afraid to get physical with the defender.
Bogdanovich dishes to Favors. And the rejection by Ayton.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Crowder. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Crowder's got his second basket.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And here we go. Here's Ayton. It's rebounded by Derek Favors.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And it's in there. Gobert's got 5 points so far.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Paul kicks to Payne. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
The Suns making a switch here. Booker's checked in. Michael Conley, he's checked in for the Jazz. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Jazz. 19-point game.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Bridges for 3. Here's Ayton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Lots of times you don't mind fouling a big, but Ayton's a solid foul shooter.
Phoenix shooting their second and third free throws tonight. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here. That's exactly the shot they're looking for.
Booker outside. Back to Paul. 3-pointer. DeAndre Ayton, he has been the guy making things happen for Phoenix. After a fantastic quarter, he's sitting on a double-double. And there's nowhere to go but up for him. And a chance now to... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. DeAndre Ayton was on fire in the first half. He had 20 points. And that...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
Booker and Bridges are the wings. DeAndre Ayton out there with Jake Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped. And entering the league as a complimentary scorer, Bogdanovich put up 20 points a game last year. That was a career high and the 4th straight year that he improved his scoring average.
And the rejection by Ayton. Bridges with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Ball against Mitchell. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And another area where Bogdanovich is helping the offense. Greg is doing a better job of creating for others.
I mean, he still has that shoot-first mentality, but now if he doesn't have a clean look, he's much more willing to make the extra pass, and that makes him just that much more valuable to this team.
Damian Jones is checked in for the Suns. Johnson, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. And a switcher also for Utah. Ingles is checked in.
How smooth is Devin Booker's J right there, and inside the arc he nails it.
Passes it to Ingles. And stolen by Booker. And here's the fast break. Here's Johnson, and it's Johnson with the jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Langston Galloway's checked in for Phoenix. Carter comes in for Chris Paul. And Utah with a change here, too. Derek Favors checked in for Rudy Gobert. Jazz on D. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. Pass to Bridges. It's stolen by Ingles.
That's a bad miscue, but I think they've done a really good job keeping control of the ball throughout the game.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
A defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Greg, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the 2 LA teams.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Jones finds Carter. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Carter's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Well, this team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Back to Galloway. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
They double-team Conley. To the inside. Here's Favors. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Jones has got 4 rebounds in this game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's Galloway. Offensive rebound. Oh, that's blocked. And here is O'Neal. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Bridges with the board. Phoenix leading by 23. Galloway, the pass to Johnson. Carter on the wing. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Ayton, he's checked in for Damian Jones. Crowder comes in for Bridges. Booker, he's checked in for Langston Galloway. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Carter. It's Crowder on the wing. Back to Payne. Booker with no one around. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
The shot by Clarkson, no good. Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Pass to Ayton. He had stolen by Ingles.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And the coaching staff loves this. Mitchell being assertive on offense and just imposing his will.
Ayton can't hit from in close. And so it's the Phoenix Suns taking a 19-point lead into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Jazz trail by 19. Taking a look at the Jazz. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Ingles in at the small forward position. Ball outside, and Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Booker. Ayton trying to break free.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip end.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
No good from Booker. And so it's Bogdanovic who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz, trailing by 19. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Kicks it out to Bogdanovic. Paul with the steal. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got the fast break chance. And the dunk by Booker.
How about Booker getting up?
Jazz trail by 21. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really, really like going at each other, don't they? And Phoenix pushing it up now. Paul kicks to Payne. Over Ingles. And the Suns tack on 2 more. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And it's Bogdanovic off the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
The Suns making a switch here. Bridges checks in. Then for the Jazz, O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Mike Conley in for Jordan Clarkson. Bridges against O'Neal. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Suns leading by 17. Outside Crowder. The pass to Booker. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Offline with his 3.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
How about the lightning quick hands there? Chris Paul does a great job of just tracking that ball and then swatting it away.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
It's Crowder on the wing. Back to Paul. To the middle, and stolen by Bogdanovic. The drive by Mitchell. He can't get it to go. Good D by Booker. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. High post try, and that one comes up a bit short.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Bogdanovich dishes to Conley. You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names, headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined after his tragic passing. But when you look at the accomplishments of this class, arguably the most decorated that the Hall of Fame has ever seen.
And Greg, you've gotten a bird's eye view, you've gotten a front court view, you've had a chance to be alongside these Hall of Fame players.
Incredible talents, great people, and truly they've been terrific ambassadors for our game.
Jazz trail by 15.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Phoenix.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeAndre Ayton.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And he knocks down the first one. Galloway hits both of them. Here's Morgan. Passes it to Hughes. Harrison in the corner. On the wing, Hughes. Pass to Morgan. Hughes with it. And he converts the layup.
Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
That's good from Carter. Carter hits them both. Here's Harrison. It drops. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the home team. tip-off goes to Denver. Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot.
Now, Gary Harris would not be denied that time, focused on getting the finish.
On the wing, Booker. Harris with it. And Millsap, here we go. Rejected by Booker. Bridges against Porter. Here's Ayton. He had 13 points in the win against New Orleans. It's good on the putback.
Great effort level on the glass as Bridges is in there mixing it up.
Murray with it. Chris Paul covering over Paul. Murray the pass to Jokic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Outside Crowder. From the line. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And after establishing himself as a key player in Denver, Gary Harris has played, trailing off the last couple seasons. Greg, what's your read there?
I really feel like, Kevin, injuries have played a part, an extended cold streak, but the Nuggets didn't lose faith. He helped build their success over the years, and they consider him a key piece moving forward as well.
Good show of strength and confidence from Devin Booker that time. I like to see him active on the defensive end.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Got a piece of it. Millsap with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Murray with the ball. Rejected by Booker. Fast break. Here come the Suns. Ayton finds Bridges. The high post shot. Ayton. And Ayton stays with it.
You know, if Ayton continues to play with that kind of effort, possession by possession, he's a real tough cover.
And Jokic throws it down hard.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Now here's Booker. In the corner, it's Bridges. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Well, we talk about the offensive rebounding ability, and they're all about Ayton's timing. What a dunk.
Harris kicks to Jokic. And taken away by Paul. Phoenix, another fast break opportunity here. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. A putback, and Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got his third basket of the night. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the first. And taken away by Paul. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Jumps up, and Ayton throws it down.
You can see Ayton does a good job of just picking a line and running the court that time.
Back to Murray. They get a hand on it. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Martin's checked in for the Nuggets. Morris comes in for Gary Harris. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Jones checked in for Jay Crowder. Johnson comes in for Mikal Bridges. Langston Galloway's checked in for Devin Booker. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul. 59 seconds left to play in the first. On offense, here are the Suns. They're on a 12-4 run. Payne looking around. Kicks it to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Payne. Here's the 3. Ayton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
And stolen by Payne. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Jones.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Here's Bull. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Ayton.
And the size Bull has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
Now here's Payne. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
And that concludes the first. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach.
The mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. We've got Johnson, Carter out there with Payne, then it's Jones, and it's Galloway in at the 3 spot. Carter inside the 3-point line. Second shot opportunity. And it's Payne in the corner. Back to Galloway. 5 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. The 3. Payne can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 8. Morris kicks to Dozier. To the right side. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Hartenstein. He can't hit that time. Johnson with the defensive effort.
And the Phoenix Suns criticized for trading down 5 picks to select Cameron Johnson at 11 back in 2019. Many felt that was a reach.
There were a lot of people who were predicting that Cam was going to be towards the back end of the first round even, and a clear case for a Phoenix Suns team who was dead last in three-point percentage, drafting for a need in Cam Johnson.
There's the steal. Swiped it away. Galloway, the pass to Payne. Jones trying to get open.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
And the Suns making a change here. Crowder, he's checked in for Johnson. Bridges comes in for Langston Galloway. Booker, he's checked in for Carter. And it's Paul in for Cameron Payne.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Murray finds Jokic. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Bridges passes to Paul. Takes the 13-footer. He gets it in there. Paul's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's why Chris Paul is so special, is because he can just navigate around pick and rolls, find open areas, and there's just no defense for that.
So for Phoenix, their last game, a win against New Orleans.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Yeah, the last game, it felt like they were just feeding off of what they were doing defensively, forcing a lot of those turnovers, and that helps build your defensive confidence.
Outside for Murray. Back to Jokic. Buries it from 3-point range. Jokic has got 7 points. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. The Nuggets trail by 11. Harris drives in. Tipped away. Paul against Murray. Passes to Bull. Crowder with the steal. To the paint. Booker dishes to Crowder. Booker against Harris. Elbow shot. Will not go. This is off the front iron. It was the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Kings. Now, here's Bull. Defended by Crowder. Pass to Murray. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Murray's got it back down to within single digits for the Nuggets.
Murray, not much fear there as he gets amongst the trees, looking in control down low.
And so it's Phoenix in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. A tremendous start for DeAndre Ayton. He had 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. Let's hear from you, Shaq. And that's...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Porter at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And we know the story. Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skill.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
And Porter, here we go.
And I like that from Murray. Not an extra dribble. Get the ball to the open teammate right away.
3-pointer, Crowder. And the dunk by Booker.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Near the 3-point line, it's Booker. It's hauled in by Jokic. The Nuggets trail by 7. Paul with the steal. And here they come. Booker finds Crowder. And Crowder slams it in.
Well, Booker has established that he can score and now showing that he can play make.
Murray the pass to Porter. They double him with Ayton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
It's his first trip to the line.
One thing about Porter Jr. you talk about is consistency, and that is just not on the floor. It's about his health and availability to his team so he can show off the multi-talented game he does have.
And the Suns making a change here. Johnson, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Langston Galloway comes in for Mikal Bridges. Carter, he's checked in for Devin Booker. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Chris Paul. Right side, Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Well, Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Johnson outside. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. That one, no good. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver, trailing by 5.
And Porter has such great athleticism, able to get up and throw it down.
Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Payne. And the Suns miss again. The Nuggets have gone a spotless 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. Here's Barton. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Paul Millsap's checked in for Michael Porter. And the Suns also making a change. Jones is checked in. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
They double him with Ayton. Pass to Hartenstein. Kept alive, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. Millsap's got it all tied up now for Denver.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Johnson outside. There's 37 seconds left in the third. Here's Ayton, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Ayton's got 12 points in the game. And it's Millsap, that time on the assist by Morris.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
On the basket by Jones.
Such a big part of what he does for this team, just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Here's Morris. Can't get it to fall. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Suns ahead, leading by just 2. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And it's been a very... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Thank you, David. Morris outside. Over Paul. The rebound by Johnson.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there. I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Gary Harris, he's checked in for Denver. And the Suns making a change here as well. Mikal Bridges checked in for Johnson. And it's Paul missing. Denver in the lead. Denver passing it around. Jokic on top. And the pass to Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Suns trail by 3. Ball kicks to Crowder. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now.
How about the perseverance offensively? I mean, following up the missed shot, and that results in second and third opportunities.
Out to Harris, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. Booker up top, guarded by Harris. Lets it go from deep. No good from Booker. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. 9 feet out. Good work defensively by Paul.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Booker dishes to Crowder. Paul looking around. 6 on the shot clock. Booker with it. Now guarded by Murray. Phoenix no good that time either. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And the shot goes down.
Jamal Murray wants it, and he got it.
Suns trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The kick out to Crowder. Puts one up from 19. Second chance shot. And Ayton with the layup.
How about a pivotal hoop from DeAndre Ayton?
Nuggets have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Ayton. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Oh, and they take the lead. Ayton's got 6 here in this quarter.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play. He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Suns lead by 3.
And how about that? Ayton stepping up, wanting the pressure.
Jokic against Booker. Jokic inside. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good on the triple. Phoenix has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And Ayton throws it down.
Think about the next few years. How much more complete will Ayton get? There's some indicators there. He's simply staying aggressive right now, and Jokic is ready to shoot at the biggest moments.
And it's the Suns' ball. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. There's 38 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Paul passes to Crowder. Paul outside. Clock at 6. Charity stripe shot.
Well, there's some length from Murray as a guard there as he helps out on defense and pesters the shooter.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Good on the first, and that brings them within 2 here. And so Murray nails both of them.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
The drive by Booker. Money!
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You can bet that's what they're looking for. This late in the game, they need that 3.
For 3, Millsap. The 3 won't fall. And so it's Phoenix who scrape by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan. Welcome and happy holidays from D.A.
Kevin, thanks.
What a great guy. D.A., thank you for that. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward position. And for Denver, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Porter in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. Good on the shot.
And his teammates appreciate the unselfishness. Bogdanovich willing to get it to his open guys.
And when you talk about certain players having that it factor, Donovan Mitchell fits that bill.
He does. Confident in his approach, GA. Fearless on his attack. Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys who can go off for 50 if you let him get into rhythm. As long as he's in Utah, that team will remain competitive.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. The kick out to Porter. A three-pointer, no good. Fast break, here come the Jazz. Conley leading the charge. Fires the 3. Denver grabs the miss. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, just way too many turnovers in that one. If you can't protect the ball, you can't expect to win.
Aggressive is one thing. Careless is another. You want to stay balanced and poised.
Here's Gobert. Good defense by Jokic.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Harris, no good.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Bogdanovich finds Gobert and slam dunk by Gobert.
Gobert is a high percentage shooter from the interior, especially when he's dropping the hammer.
Here's O'Neal, back to Mitchell. Jazz passing it around. And it's Harris off the drive. Pass to Jokic. And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovich. That is his first foul of the game. And here's Harris from the arc. Porter kicks to Harris.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
O'Neal passes to Mitchell. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Jokic with the steal. Harris with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Count the basket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. Back to Gobert. Pass to Mitchell. Inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. You know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Here's Favors. Jokic grabs the miss. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. Dozier kicks to Barton. Utah trailing here. And here's the break. Here's Favors. Good work defensively by Morris. Here's Dozier. He's covered by Clarkson. It's Barton with the drive. Off target at the rim. Utah's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lobbed up there for Mitchell. Barton against Engel. And Barton throws it down.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
And the shot goes in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
High arcing shot. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got his second bucket.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
The Nuggets on offense. They're on a 10-2 run here. Barton, and Barton throws it down.
I mean, shades of Vlade Divac there. Jokic is one of the best passing bigs playing in the game today.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from three.
Here's Dozier, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And good that time.
Good drive by Bojan Bogdanovic. Developed this nice move that he can attack the closeouts.
Morris passes to Jokic. And the basket is good.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Down low. And that one good from Clarkson.
We've talked about it before. Unselfish, great awareness. Ingles willing to turn down the shot if someone can break free.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
Hartenstein is out there with Bull. Then there's Monte Morris. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Dozier in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bojan Bogdanovic was a pro in Europe for a decade before he joined the NBA. The Croatian sharpshooter says a lot of players who are happy over there, but I wanted to have another
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Royce O'Neal comes in for Clarkson. The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
And they get it. Nice ball movement by Utah. Gobert trying to get open. Niang, no good. The Nuggets leading by 11. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Michael Conley picks one up. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference. And checking out some numbers for Gobert. He's coming off an excellent season. 2nd in field goal percentage, 4th in rebounding, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And you pointed out his ranking as the 2nd best shooter in the league last season. I think with a little extra work, he could become number 1 this time around. For Denver, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his third foul of the game. Near the three-point line, it's Porter, and another miss by Denver.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Conley's shot is off.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Jazz trail by 13. But Trey, Porter pulls it in. Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Here's Hartenstein, powered down after the assist, let him into the lane.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, you're not going to stop that one. Rudy Gobert doesn't need much room to get to the rim.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And he banks in the layup. Ingles has got his first points of the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Out to Harris. Three-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
Conley's shot is off. And here's Denver. They're on an 18-6 run. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
Here's Niang. They get it back. And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game for the Nuggets. Jokic, he's checked in for Hartenstein, and Paul Millsap subbed in for Bull. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Utah. Mitchell comes in for Michael Conley. And Bogdanovich kicks to Ingles. Millsap with the steal. Harris with him. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Murray finds Jokic. And another miss by Denver.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And with the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard showing us this month's top passers. Jokic, number 1.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
And the Jazz with some changes. Favors comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Clarkson in for Royce O'Neal.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
They need this. And Favors kicks to Clarkson. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Drills it from outside. Bogdanovich has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Right side Favors. And the layup's good off the glass.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
Martin from outside. It's good from long range. Martin's got 7.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Gobert. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
What you have to love about Gobert, he's improved across the board. We're even seeing it at the line.
Good on both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Dozier, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And so it's Denver with an 18-point. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much. And that'll do it for us. The third.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Kind of like what Will Barton has done in this game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
So on the floor for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the 5. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And now Conley running the floor all by himself. The shot's good. He's got 8.
Mike Conley is incredible in transition, using his ridiculous speed to beat everyone down the court.
I mean, not only does Bogdanovich stretch the floor, but he can really stretch it from beyond 30 feet.
Greg, he is blessed with incredible range and a quick trigger, might I add. You have to stay connected to Bogdanovich defensively because he can go on scoring tears where there's just no stopping him.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Here's Mitchell. Gobert trying to get open. Goes back up. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic just got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Porter passes to Millsap. Mitchell against Murray. And there's the pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. On the clock. Murray, good.
You gotta love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. He's so good at reading the defense.
And it's Conley penetrating Gobert. And they pick up 2. Gobert's got 8.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
And it's good for 2. And the Nuggets lead by 19.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot 2s. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or 3s. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. And here's Conley outside. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Harris. Here's the break. Launches it. At the tip. And Porter putting it right back in. He's got 8.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Up again. Here's Gobert. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Jokic passes to Harris. Gobert with the block.
And that's one of Gobert's specialties, a shot blocking master.
Bogdanovich, no luck. The Nuggets leading by 21. Pulls it up. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Murray, the pass to Hartenstein. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Derek Favors. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
The Jazz making a switch here. Niang's checked in.
And this is a guy who gets it done with instincts and skill. Niang is starting to carve out a nice niche for himself.
And to add to that, you look at the last 2 years, he's pretty much doubled his playing time. Maybe not the biggest and most athletic guy, but George Niang typically makes the right basketball play. There's always room for someone like that on your team.
And getting traded from Utah to New Orleans last year, Favors became a grounding force for a very young Pelicans team.
Yeah, and Derek Favors knows what it's like to be that rookie coming in, having a lot of physical ability and facing high expectations. He did a great job, in my opinion, providing veteran leadership, and personally, he had one of his more productive years overall.
Favors looking over the floor. Offensive rebound. Drops in the layup for two. Favors got his second bucket of the night.
Derek Favors is a strong-willed player who fights for extra possessions. You gotta box this guy out whenever a shot goes up.
And the wide open shot from Morris. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
7 seconds left here in the third quarter. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Nuggets on top, delivering the blowout. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Will Barton, and it's Janshar in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Harrison, flushes it down to finish the break.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Stripped it away. And they're running. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Now Bowl. Campazzo. And the 3 off target. Jazz trail by 21. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Over to the left wing. Campazzo off the mark there with the three-point shot.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Very nice stretch from them, but the reason why they're not into this game, they have to get some stops.
And that one misses.
Well, you know, he's the former 3rd overall pick out of Georgia Tech. Favors has made steady improvement, productive at the 4 and the 5 spot. Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Back to Favors. Jokic with the steal. Millsap with it. Favors picks him up. A nice shot by Dozier.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
But they recover it. Top of the key, Conley to the inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A big body inside. If you're going to foul Favors, you better wrap him up.
And that one falls for Favors.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit, getting to the foul line here in the second half.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Harris has checked in. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least it feels like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense, he might have gotten over-eager.
Here's Conley, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Jokic.
Conley causes so many problems for the defense. He's quick, and he has the ability to score from anywhere.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
For Utah, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Yes, that goes in.
Donovan Mitchell pushing the basketball down your throat. We know he's going to be aggressive time and time again.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. Both teams will make substitutions. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Jazz. Clarkson kicks to Harrison. Nice ball movement by Utah.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Denver.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jokic.
No, there's a few ways to control a game, right? You can do it with pace, you can do it with patience and efficiency. Tonight, he did it by owning the boards.
And the Jazz making a change here. He's perfect from the line this time. Utah's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Niang. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync, taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Hartenstein. Five to shoot, or the three. Denver gets it back. Najee passes to Dozier. Tries again. And it's off the back rim, no good. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. And thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.
I was here, I had Spike Lee directing me.
We are new.
Hey, Kevin, thanks for...
The Jazz, like Memphis, willing to grind. Thanks, DA. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wing. Jay Crowder out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. No good from Booker. The Jazz on offense. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Gobert against Ayton. Gobert down low. And stolen by Booker. And just about a minute into the first quarter. From the high post. Goes back up. And that one's good, Ayton.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
Conley with the 3. Rebound by the Suns.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Bogdanovich, no luck. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Gobert against Booker. Gobert with the block.
And the remarkable reach of the stifle tower. Gobert twice on the pipes. Well, the pass to set up that bucket was terrific. Fired it right up the court. Didn't allow the defense to react in time. Nice.
And Doris, as Gobert has added strength, his rebounding numbers have continued to improve.
That's right, Greg. He's always been a force as a shot block. But over the past 2 seasons, this guy as a rebounder has been top 3 in the league. Last year, he even challenged Andre Drummond for king of the boards. He's got great size, great anticipation, and he plays with passion.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Wow, love the power and the strength of Bogdanovich on that strong finish.
Passes it to Bridges. Kicks it to Crowder. Now the pass to Ayton. And it's Paul, top the key. Takes a shot at the elbow. Gobert with the block. Here's Mitchell, outside Conley. Looks for O'Neal, gets it to him, and it goes down 2 points.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
Pass to Booker. The offensive rebound, and Ayton stays with it.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Bogdanovich looking around. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Booker outside. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Booker. Mitchell dishes to Conley. Mitchell is doubled. Here's Gobert. 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. The shot, no good. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. And the Jazz with some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mike Conley. And the Suns here with a different look. Jones checked in for Ayton. Johnson comes in for Mikal Bridges. Langston Galloway's checked in for Devin Booker. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Chris Paul.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
George Niang, he's checked in for Utah. Carter, he's checked in for the Suns. And that one good from Clarkson.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Carter against Ingles. Shoots. The putback, trying to get open is Carter. It's good on the putback. And this game is tied up now.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Here's Niang. That 3 off the mark. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. A 3 ball. Galloway, no good. It'll count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Tie game in Utah. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And now let's check out the lineups. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Jones following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Mike Conley is a 3-time Sportsmanship Award winner. He's also won the Teammate Award. And he's never been assessed a technical foul at any level of basketball. Now, some ask if going easy on the refs costs him calls down the road. But Coach Quinn Snyder said, it's hard to imagine that handling yourself with poise and respect can ever be a negative. Guys?
Well said. Thanks, David.
And one thing you love about Ingles, he hits a lot of contested jumpers.
He does, and he'll get to his game by using jab steps, pump fakes, really good ball handler. He's unafraid in the clutch. He'll talk a little smack every now and again. Joe Ingles has carved out quite a career.
The Jazz making a switch here. Conley's checked in, and a change for the Suns. Ayton, he's checked in for Cameron Payne.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Conley into the lane. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Boy, Mike Conley, the ability to change gears on the drive, that is pretty.
Carter, the pass to Galloway. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Jones. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Jones has got the lead up to 5 now for the Suns. To the wing on the left. Plenty of space. Niang, that's good. Niang's got his first basket.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Johnson kicks to Carter. Back to Johnson. Carter outside. Pass to Johnson. There's Galloway. Just 4 to shoot. Right side, Jones. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Hands with the ball is out of bounds. Clarkson touched it last. And the Jazz making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. Booker, he's checked in for the Suns. Phoenix leading by 3. Pass to Jones. Shoots the 3. Unable to get that one. So Utah will take it the other way. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Favors that shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Ayton. Tries from 10. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Jazz. Here's Ingles. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Now here's Johnson, and he gets it to go. Now it's a 5-point Suns lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Mike Conley, probably one of the most respected players in the league, and I don't see this guy stopping anytime soon. He brings great effort every single night, plays with a team-minded selflessness, is a big shot maker. This guy has had such a solid, probably underrated career.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Favors. Bogdanovich comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Mitchell in for Jordan Clarkson.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Booker with no one around. Here's Ayton. Gobert with the block, and he's able to get it back. Stolen by Michael Conley. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Mike Conley is an active, alert defender. Boy, he is known to pick a pocket or 2.
And here's Booker from the arc. Conley grabs the miss. With 2 seconds left. Misses at the rim. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Suns lead by 3. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of that. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crump. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot.
And Doris, Mikal Bridges, how about 2 national titles in the 3 seasons at Villanova? Got better each and every year.
And think about in his junior season, he becomes one of only 8 major conference players in college basketball history to average 1 block and 1.5 steals while also shooting over 40% from 3-point range. Boy, that is the perfect resume for a 3-and-D wing.
First one falls for him.
After winning 2 championships in college at Villanova before turning pro, I think Mikal Bridges has the next championship in his sights. That's an NBA title.
Shoots it up. Here's Gobert. Tries it again. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Bridges dishes the ball over Conley. Bridges controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Bridges has got the lead up to 5 now for Phoenix.
Well, there's a level of athleticism and length, so Mikal Bridges works hard on the glass and good things happen.
Conley's shot is off.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Well, the mid-range is always a good option for Chris Paul.
11 feet away, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Suns leading by 7. Here's Bridges, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Bridges has got 6.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And there's Booker on the assist by Ayton. And it's an 11-point Suns lead.
You have to be able to think quickly and make great decisions. And in the catch-and-shoot, Devin Booker doing work.
Gobert can't hit.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Favors attacking. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Bridges finds Jones. Here's Galloway. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. He's got 10.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Here's Favors. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Let's hit 5 from 18. Galloway, no good. Jazz trail by 15. Favors passes to Mitchell and stolen by Payne. Galloway kicks to Johnson. Galloway taking his time here. Shoots over Clarkson. Galloway, no good.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
And stolen by Favors. Mitchell wide open. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
The pass to Clarkson. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
You know, that's where you can really appreciate the wingspan of Galloway, creating havoc that time, and then the result pretty much inevitable.
Offensive rebound. Favors. Missed inside. Phoenix leading by 19. Bridges passes to Johnson. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Utah. Payne with the block. But they'll get another chance. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. No good, unable to end this run.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Galloway, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Galloway has got 5.
You know, the ability to stop and pop on a moment's notice is what makes him so deadly from that part of the floor. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Galloway finds Johnson. The three. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Phoenix with a 19-point advantage. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Conley out there with O'Neal. Then it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Joe Ingles. And it's Bogdanovich in at the power forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
And a miss there on the triple.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Gobert against Booker. Back to Paul. Pass to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebounded by the Jazz. Ingles has got 4 rebounds in this game. The drive by Gobert. That one falls.
Rudy Gobert, an athletic monster. He fends off the defense with an amazing finish.
Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Gobert down low. Ayton's there. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Conley dishes to Gobert. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's Gobert.
Well, I'll tell you this. If Rudy Gobert can put it on the deck consistently, good luck checking this guy.
Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to lose.
It's a solid blueprint. O'Neal misses. Suns leading by 17. Paul with the ball. Now defended by Gobert. For 3. Booker. Utah with the rebound. And the Jazz pushing it up now. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Devin Booker.
Yeah, easy call.
Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Utah with the ball. Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Conley. O'Neal passes to Conley. Gobert. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
Paul dishes to Ayton. Back to Paul. Suns moving the ball around. Bangs home the trifecta. Booker's got 7 points here in this quarter.
looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Suns ball.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Inside. Kicks it out to Paul. Outside, Crowder. Lets the three fly. The rebound by the Jazz. Bogdanovich has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Phoenix.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for DeAndre Ayton.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
So Utah ends up going with a new group. To the paint, here's Morgan. Rebounded by Kaminsky. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. And there's Payne. That's good on the assist by Carter. And the Suns lead by 21.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Niang. His three-pointers off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Payne passes to Kaminsky. From deep. Suns keep it alive.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
No good from Moore. Hughes with it. 13 feet away. Missed. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fan. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5, because listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris, and it's Porter, and at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Crowder over Millsap. Shot by Crowder, no good. Millsap looking it over. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Suns. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And that's exactly what happened. Guys came off the bench ready to play. The offense didn't miss a beat.
Murray. And the rejection by Ayton.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
Now here's Paul. 9 points last game.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
You simply must put more pressure on DeAndre Ayton. This guy is capable of finishing against contact.
To the inside, and stolen by Ayton. Bridges dishes to Ayton. Booker against Murray. No good on the 3. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Millsap. Harris outside. The pass to Jokic. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Now, here's Bridges. He had 13 points in the win against New Orleans.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Now, here's Jokic. After Mikal Bridges missing his last shot. And now, Crowder running the floor all by himself. Bridges inside the three-point line. And the Suns miss again. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
You have got to be a low-mistake team in today's NBA, because once those turnovers start piling up, you're giving your opponent too many extra looks.
Nuggets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Murray left side, over Paul. Millsap finds Murray. And taken away by Paul. Crowder feeling it out a bit. A second chance effort. Here's Booker. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Down low. Here's Porter. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Bridges. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. On the wing, Harris, defended by Paul. Harris kicks to Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And stolen by Booker. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. There's 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Morris outside. Here's Dozier. And he makes good on the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Denver on top. They lead by 4. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts.
Selfless. I mean, you need to put your pride.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Cole is out there with Hartenstein. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the 2. Shot clock at 3. Hartenstein can't get it to go. Suns trail by 4. Carter the pass to Jones. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Can't hit from the elbow.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Now, here's Bull. And he jams it with authority.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Chalk up 2 there. Haynes got his first bucket in this one.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup, nicely done.
Yeah, a bit surprising to see them leading at this point, given the number of turnovers they've already committed.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Carter inside the three-point line. They grab their own miss. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Morris. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Suns trail by 4. Payne kicks to Carter. To the middle. Jones the pass to Galloway. Jones in the post. And he gets the bucket. Jones has got 6 here in this quarter. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Carter outside. Shoots from the line. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Out to Morris. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Payne dishes to Jones. Out to Payne. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Payne's got his second basket.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
And that one's good. Barton.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to 2 points now on the basket from Jones.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Dozier passes to Hartenstein. And it's Denver scoring again.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Pulls up, high post, and it comes off the front of the rim. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Offensive rebound, the second effort. Good work defensively by Jones.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Carter.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Here's Payne. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Barton, wide open. He fires. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now Payne shoots over Barton. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And
now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that does it for our...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close to the game that's been so far. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. And that one drops for him. Murray's got his second basket of the night.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
On the wing, Booker. Pass to Ayton. And he finishes nicely on the way. Ayton's got 6.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Porter banked in off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Kicks it out to Paul. Over Murray. Tips it up, and Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Jokic kicks to Porter. Back to Jokic. Over Bridges. Up again. And Porter putting it right back in. Porter's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nuggets.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
That's short off the rim. And it's Harris with the ball for Denver.
And Devin Booker in the 3rd year of that 5-year, $158 million contract, coming off his first All-Star selection and his most efficient scoring season. Man, it's hard to imagine what's coming next.
I think, Greg, he's desperate to make the playoffs, right? He's doing his part. He's improving on the defensive end. He's been an eye-popping scorer throughout the early part of his career. Now it's all about, can he create team success?
Porter passes to Jokic. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
I'll tell you, it's has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And Ayton stays with it.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton's so good at using his physical advantages.
And here's Harris from the arc. It's hauled in by the Suns. 1:49 left in the third. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Millsap misses.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Ayton, and Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got 8 here in the quarter.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things in him, but he's been unstoppable.
Booker with it. Now guarded by Murray. A shot by Paul, no good. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Murray, here we go. The kick out to Porter. Jokic against Booker. 6 to shoot. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 6 points.
And like the initiative there, Jokic seen an opportunity to get inside and just attack it.
Harris against Booker. Here's Ayton. Kicks it out to Paul. In the corner, Crowder with it. Back to Paul. There's the triple. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Yep, that one goes in there. "19 seconds left to play in the third. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
"16 seconds left to play in the third. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Nuggets ball.
Morris outside. Passes it to Dozier. Jokic high post. And stolen by Booker. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So out there for the Nuggets right now, at the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the 2 guard.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing that that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. He wants them to work for more easy baskets in transition. He said, the moment we take possession of the ball, I want us to attack. If there's nothing there, then you can pull it back out and run the offense. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Barton in the corner.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Three-pointer, Crowder. It's rebounded by Dozier.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
And Jones sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton. Some changes for Phoenix. Ayton, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Paul in for Cameron Payne. Inside, Jokic with the steal. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Dozier kicks to Jokic. The three from Morris. The Nuggets with another miss. Suns trail by 6. It's stolen by Morris. Martin with it. Chris Paul covering. And now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Barton. And again, it's the Suns missing. The Nuggets leading by 8. Morris kicks to Jokic. Denver with a new 14. Morris finds Millsap. A three-pointer, no good. The Suns running out of time. There's the pass to Ayton. Here's Johnson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And that one falls for Johnson. The Suns making a switch here. Bridges checks in.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Harris kicks to Murray over Paul. And it's Murray that time on the assist by Harris. Harris has got assist number 5 here tonight.
And Murray is so deadly with the catch and shoot, Jay. When the D isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with it.
1:58 left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Bridges. Launches a 3. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And there have been some to compare Porter to Kevin Durant. Really a fluid shooter who also possesses amazing athleticism.
Crowder, he's checked in for Phoenix. Suns trail by 10. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
Harris kicks to Porter. Harris against Booker. Now, here's Jokic. Not a lot of room. Shot clock at 6. Harris passes to Jokic. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 6 assists in the game.
Yeah, Jokic seems determined to have a big night. So far, he's been successful.
Booker looking around. Back to Crowder. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Crowder's got his first bucket of the night.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Suns, trailing by 10. And that one drops.
The always aware Chris Paul, one of the great passers in history. There's another assist.
Here's the floater. And that one's good, Jokic.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And that's an intentional foul.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
After winning 2 championships in college at Villanova before turning pro, I think Mikal Bridges has the next championship in his sights. That's an NBA title.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Smith comes in for Crowder. Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Devin Booker. And it's Carter in for Chris Paul. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Booker outside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic finds Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within single digits.
Well, there was a decades period of time where Chris Paul was simply stated the best point guard in the league. But let's make no mistake, this guy is successful off the basketball court as well. For such a long time, he has played a significant role in the Players Union, advocating for the players at large. And
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you played.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Porter in at the 3. And that one's good by Porter.
Well, doing a little bit of everything. Millsap terrific at moving the ball, sensing when a teammate has a good look. It doesn't stick with him.
Now here is Conley. Game against Oklahoma City, very impressive. Pass to O'Neal. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
On the wing, Mitchell gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Gobert against Jokic. Over Gobert. And Denver again with the bucket.
You know, it's evident that Jokic is comfortable operating close to the rim. He's outstanding with his shot selection.
Bogdanovich passes to Gobert. Over Jokic. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. For Denver, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
And you got to clog up those lanes. Mitchell just explodes to the rim when he gets to that launching pad.
And Harris wide open. He shoots off target from outside. Jokic with the steal. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Conley. Bogdanovich finds Mitchell for 3. No good that time. And it's Denver the other way. This is their first chance this season playing the Jazz.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Added incentive in a game like this. I mean, they've got to be ready to rise up to that challenge.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
I like the athleticism of Murray, just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
O'Neal with it, picked up by Harris. And oh, here we go. Harris, nobody back. Finished off the break.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Gobert. The Jazz working the ball around now. O'Neal dishes to Gobert. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
For the Jazz, Derek Favors checked in for Bogdanovich. Joe Ingles comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Mitchell after the Nuggets pick up 2. And here's Clarkson. He had 16 points in the win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City, and he misses his first shot of the game. And another fast break opportunity for Denver. Here we go. Morris kicks to Barton. Pass to Dozier. Puts up a 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Kings in Sacramento. They get the rebound. Favors. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
Such determination on the glass. Not boxing out Favors is a huge mistake that you cannot afford to make.
A 3 from Morris. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Utah trailing here. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Cuts off the pass. Here's Dozier. He's covered by Clarkson. And Bull wide open. He shoots. And that one hits back iron. And so Clarkson will bring it up for Utah. Mitchell wide open. Favors. And a slam dunk by Favors.
Slamming it home. Part of why Favors shoots it so well from the field, sometimes he just spikes it instead of shoots it.
And the wide open shot from Morris. The Nuggets with another miss. Favors inside. Morris is there. Favors can't get it to go. One-on-one fast break. Hangs in the air. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there?
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second.
Everybody had their expectations of what we...
And you know, Greg, Mitchell's going to be right in the middle of it, leading the way.
And on top of everything else he does, he's elite at getting his own shot. We've seen him carry this team offensively at times. Boy, he is special.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you, numbers one?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
They've got Donovan Mitchell. He's out there with Jordan Clarkson. Now Ingles is out there with Favors. And it's Niang in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Here's Morris. Makes it off the glass. Morris has got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Favors passes to Ingles. Lays it up and banks it in. Ingles has got his first basket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Stolen by Mitchell. And now Clarkson pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And good defensive possession leads to Mitchell's hoop. Like all great scorers, Spida looking to get out on the open floor.
Yep, it counts.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
To the inside. It's tipped. Here's Dozier. And there's the pass to Barton. They get it back. Hartenstein goes up and lays it nice and easy. Now it's a 4-point Nugget lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Now, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. I'm going to agree.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Hartenstein. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Favors. Bogdanovich comes in for George Niang. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Conley in for Donovan Mitchell. Gary Harris is checked in for Hartenstein. Denver leading by 7. Harris outside. Stolen by O'Neal. Knocked loose. Porter with the steal. To the paint. Here's Harris. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Millsap's got 3 assists in the game.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential
it could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can...
So explosive.
Oh, is that beautiful.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
O'Neal with it. Now defended by Jokic. Gobert can't hit.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with them. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
6-second difference between shot and game play.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
Harris on the double team. And slam dunk by Gobert.
The rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
Here's Millsap. Rebound, Utah. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like...
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break. It's the third quarter soon to follow.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very...
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Shooting for Utah, Rudy Gobert. 2 shots.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Tips it. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And it's Murray with the jam.
You can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. I mean, he really turns on the Jets in the open floor. You got to get in front.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 to team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless. You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Derek Favors checked in for Utah. Jordan Clarkson comes in for O'Neal. Will Barton, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Monte Morris comes in for Gary Harris. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with a hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Clarkson surveying the floor. On the wing, Mitchell. The Jazz working the ball around now. The feed now to Favors. The shot, no good. Good defense by Jokic. Murray, the pass to Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
You know, I really like seeing this from Murray. Looking to get his open teammates involved. Being a willing passer is impressive to his teammates.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Murray, no good.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Clarkson. Conley. Here's Favors. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Morris finds Murray. And foul on the shot. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Utah making a change here. Ingles is checked in, and Denver with a change here too. Dozier's checked in.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Ingles passes to Conley. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
You know, kind of odd to see a lefty in today's game, but Conley is a player you have to anticipate properly, or he'll use your mistake to get the and one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Gobert, he's checked in for Favors. And it's George Niang in for Bogdanovic. And Denver also making a switch. Bowl, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. The Jazz shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. The Nuggets leading by 23. Here's Dozier. And it's off from three-point range. Dozier's gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. To the left wing. And 1:01 left to play here in the third. Martin inside the line. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Martin's got his second basket of the game. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Denver.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. The Nuggets also changing it up. Michael Porter comes in for Barton. And Harris subbed in for Morris. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That's his first foul. Hartenstein, he's checked in for the Nuggets.
In for the Nuggets.
Here's Jokic. No good on the quick three. Now, here is O'Neal. Inside to the middle. Passes it to Niang. Now, Ingles. He feeds it to Gobert. On the wing, Ingles. Shot clock at 5. Gobert can't hit.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one misses.
His improvement each year in the league is impressive. Harris knows his role is to score the ball, and he does it well.
11 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Ingles. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Ingles has got 6.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Here's Dozier. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Denver Nuggets finishing the quarter up by a whopping. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons, but to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Conley into the lane. Kicks to Ingles. The Jazz working the ball around now. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the game, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. Harrison's checked in for Mike Conley. Trains the three-pointer.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Takes the 3. And again, Denver with the triple.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here's Oney, guarded by Harris. Stolen. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Chanshaw. Jacks up a 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
It's deflected, and he recovers it. For 3, Millsap. That shot misses. So Utah will take it the other way. Here's Morgan, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so.
Yeah, and especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. The shot by Hughes, no good.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving, get something better.
And they're on the break. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. And turnovers have been the issue for them.
You can see the coaches have gotten into them a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nuggets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jokic.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
With the floater, the putback, that one no good. The Nuggets now on offense. Out to the right wing. Millsap has the open look. His three-pointers off the mark. Aston Yang. Harrison in the corner. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good.